Now on Thames, the squad.
On the 22nd of June 1987, the flying squad was called to the scene of an armed robbery at the sub-post office in Tile Farm Road, Orpington, Kent. The robber, who escaped in a stolen car with £214.98, was a woman.
Helen Windler.
Yeah. Right. Good morning, ladies and gents. Just to sort of get us all started, it won't take too long. I'm Detective Inspector Mallet from the flying squad at the yard. This is Mr. Boland, who is actually dealing with the robbery inquiry up in London. Mr. Rogers is local, and the regional crime squad representatives here as well. But when we look around the room, there looks plenty of people here to deal with the one person it seems that we are going to pick up initially. But it could progress from there, and that's why we've got this inordinate amount of people here at probably 4:30 in the morning.
5 months after the raid, the flying squad have been given the likely identity of the robber by an informant. She's a married woman living with her husband and teenage daughter in Whitstable, Kent.
She has got to be interviewed, the premises have got to be searched, and the least amount of people involved from that side of it, the better.
Yeah, heading up for a line of traffic now, still towards the town centre, 994 over.
Every morning, the suspect, Helen Windler, drives her husband to the station. Flying squad officers in unmarked cars follow.
Indicating right. Harwich Street, 994 over.
Yeah, 994. Yeah.
Left, first left. Yeah, she's coming towards the railway station, 2 up. Indicating a right. Out of Swanfield Road. Yeah, so left into the station forecourt. We'll go round and wait round the corner.
Yeah, 21954, just to clarify the position. We've got 3737.
Windler returns home. 2 streets away, the flying squad wait.
Oh, well done, chap. Just remember the boys all take.
Sorry.
There's only 3. We couldn't get any more. There's only 3. Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much.
There's one with sugar there. Is that for the DI? The sugar one? Yeah, I'll do it. That's the sugar one. Bread roll. That's the sugar one. Yeah, go both. We've even got rolls for you. Right. I'll share what the boys are. Did you want any money? No, we'll do it out the old DI's money later.
Sorry to wake you up. I just want to tell you we're going to stay here until... We've given it until near enough 9 o'clock anyway, so bearing in mind she's probably gone anyway. Yeah? So I know it's boring, but we've got to stay, yeah? We don't want to go in there with the daughter being about. Because that's obviously a difficult situation for the young girl. So obviously it's nothing to do with anything but the parents may or may not be doing. So though the daughter should have left for school by now, maybe we're going to give it until 9 o'clock. She could have already gone when the mum and dad went to the railway station, in which case we're waiting here for nothing. But so 9 o'clock we're going to go in, and if the daughter's there, well, we've tried to do it without her, but we're now being pressed into doing it whether she's there or not.
You'll get word from our 954 unit to say they've gained entry, and then you can come up and enter the premises. by which time, hopefully, we've sorted her out. Yeah, for your information, we do have 2 WPC to deal with, prisoner and daughter if necessary. Well done.
It is an Alsatian.
There's always a dog when I go.
Hello, Mrs. Windella. From the police station. Could I just have a quick word with you? OK, darling. Thank you. Just putting the dog away. I hope.
Oh, here we go. Wheels off.
Hey? That's a sign of bloody dogs, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. When you've got a dog there, you can't do nothing. You can run through the door. The dog will be one a bit of me. Because they always pick on me. As we know.
OK. Let me show it to you.
It's got the dog in the back of it. You do know that, don't you?
Sorry? Yes.
Where's the police car then?
Out the front. All right? OK. Can we come in now? Can you open the door?
I'm not really sure. Can I have a look and see the police car, please? I've put
Yes.
the dog away, but I just want my door...
Look, let me just say this to you. Mrs. Windella, isn't it?
Yes, look.
We...
Jackie!
Shh! Don't be silly.
Get the dog!
Look, we are
can see
police
we're
officers.
police officers.
There's the photograph.
Yes, well, I've never seen a police identity thing.
Well,
What is it? Is my husband something wrong with my
No,
husband?
not at all.
If we come in and explain it to you, there'll be no problem.
All right? So,
You sure?
Yes.
OK.
Look,
Mrs.
it says there,
you can...
Metropolitan Police. It's my photograph.
All right. Look, we don't want to cause a disturbance out here. It clearly states there that we're police officers. All right?
Yes, but I've never seen one.
Well, you're looking at one now. Mrs. Windella, I'm not going to argue anymore.
Please, look, there you...
Look, please!
Please.
Look, please, I'm going to call everybody if you
Listen,
don't. I'm going to scream at
Listen,
them.
there is no
call
problem.
Look, if I can call the police station, then
Yes,
please.
we're here
Well,
with
that's
you.
only a second. I'm only asking you to stay in the porch. Will you wait a second, please?
No.
I will step inside with you, Mrs.
Look,
Windella.
there is
You
no
can make-
problem.
Well,
Look,
one can
look.
step inside
I will,
with
just
me.
one. I'll come in with you, Mrs. Windella, and the others will stay outside. All right?
Yes, all right,
Go
yes.
ahead, let me just come in then.
Well, please ask the other man to back off, because all he has to do is push that down door.
Oh, I don't...
All right, I'll stand in the porch with... Got
No,
just-
back him right off and shut that porch door, please.
OK, all right.
Yes, now, ask him to shut the porch door and I'll let you in, please. All right.
OK, now, please calm yourself.
Well, you're frightening me.
I'm not trying to do. All right?
Right, can you come
Okay,
in the sitting
yes,
room? We will
okay.
phone the police.
The Whitstable Police Station.
Yes, well, if you come in and ask
Segregation, boys.
because you're frightening the hell out of me.
All right? It's
I'm
the
sorry
police
I'm
station.
frightened.
I know,
I've
you're
never
entitled.
had anything to
I
do
know.
with the police, so you're frightening me.
All right,
That's
yeah.
not a police car.
Shh, calm down.
That is...
Ring the police station. Ring the police station before we start any more. Get on and do what you've got to do, or we're going to search the premises without any more connivance with you. So I'm telling you
All
now,
right, well,
right? Now put the dog away.
There is no need for any of this. No one need get uptight.
Please can we shut the door for me?
Well,
We'll shut
my
leave the door
officers
like
are
that,
coming in.
all right?
There's other officers
There's
coming
other
in.
officers coming in. There will
You
be no
didn't-
problem.
You didn't tell me this. Look, I'm sure I'm entitled
Now,
to
don't
a
get
phone call.
Listen, don't get...
I am entitled to some
listen,
sort of phone
don't get
call
up-
to my husband.
Not at this time.
Get the dog.
There is that.
Where are you going to put
I'm staying with her. She's got a
Shall we
gun
open the
in.
back door? Shall we open the back door first?
Yes, there's
All right.
security locks on it and a
Okay.
Well, do you want to do that now? And then we've got the door and you can just come straight out, can't we? Do the door now.
Look, I'll throw this into my daughter to put it on
All
the
right,
dog.
okay,
and then
okay, okay.
Jackie, please unlock. Don't let Jack's out. Put his chain and lead on. I'm going to have to put him out in the back garden because the police got in there.
It's...
What am I doing here? Yeah, all right.
All right.
Doing all this aggravation.
I can't believe it.
You know what? I'm not a dog.
She's up here and she's got a brain on her, so she knows what... The daughter's talking out Jude, and they've all got their act together, so rather than us do it, and then you do it. If you come in and do the paperwork, we're looking for them. There's money in there as well, but we haven't got that. All right, OK. Right, OK. Where is she? Is Mrs. Winterburn there still? Winterburn. Right.
Jackie, pass Mummy's gun out, please. Now the police officer's wanted. it? What's so special about my gun, that you want my gun?
Oh, I don't want anyone with a gun when I'm in here.
Well, it's not a gun, really, is it?
Go bang, wouldn't it? Well, it's just a revolver at this stage. It's got no name on it.
I'm very careful.
What's this?
What's that?
Well, don't hide. What is it?
It's grass. Somebody gave it to me and asked me.
And what do you mean by grass? You mean cannabis, do you?
No, it's. I don't know. I don't use it because I don't know. It's
Well, you've got the
stuff
door.
that they roll up and they smoke.
Yeah.
Cannabis.
There is some drugs in there as well. I'll just tell units out the front what the score is so far so that we know what's going on.
In the bedroom, there's also some other bags. We would think it's cannabis, at least 10 bags, quite large. Looking at the description of the gun involved in the hold-up, that could be the gun. So, that's it.
I'm not going to the front. Oh, God.
Right, Mrs. Helen Willinder. Do you want to turn around and look at me? I'm Detective Constable Boland from the Flying Squad at New Scotland Yard. You're being formally arrested for possession of drugs. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. What you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Yes.
What time, Colin, please?
Yes, 10:15.
10:15 a.m. All right? You'll now be taken to Herne Bay Police Station. Do you understand what I've said to you, do you?
Yes, I do. Going round. You can't stay here. They won't let you for some unknown reason, my love. Why, can I ask, are you asking my daughter to go down the police?
Because
Why
we're...
can't she stay here?
No,
with one of
because she
your young
can't at this moment in time because our inquiries obviously are continuing.
Just slide in the middle of the car, please.
After being interviewed at Herne Bay Police Station, Windella is transferred to the police station at Orpington, where the robbery was committed. The flying squad's arrival at Orpington is unusual, with Detective Inspector Mullet and Detective Constable Boland pushing the squad car.
Hang on. Hey, Dawson, what's he done to me? Hey? Are you sure? She was driving a bloody car. You've done very well there, Helen. You're better than the squad driver. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Maybe you'll give me a job.
Incredible. Never, ever. I don't have much with the sergeant on that. Good afternoon, Sergeant.
Right. You obviously knew that we were on the way.
I knew you were coming, yes.
Just put the squad car in the...
Out of breath as well.
Right. The young lady here has been detained at Whitstable Police Station on a charge of robbery which occurred on this at the station on 25th of June.
It's 22nd of June.
Yes. Where?
That's the sub-post office, 2B, Toll Farm Road.
Give it half an hour and have something to eat.
Okay.
And then we'll have an interview shortly after that, all right?
All right.
Okay.
Do I get to phone my husband then?
Oh, yes. Can we use the phone now?
Yes,
Sarge?
certainly.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Was it a 9?
Oh, do you?
Is it a 9?
It's 7 for outside line.
Do you know the code for Whitstable?
No.
Well, what is it? 14 seconds.
Cole, can you sign this one here? And what the laboratory will do, will analyse it and determine what the drug is.
Same branch.
Normally the flying squad drivers fill up with petrol and you manage to complete the journey in the car rather than push it.
And who was actually driving the car?
Well, I think the prisoner helped us out and steered the vehicle because the driver was running along behind.
Under interrogation, Windella admitted responsibility for the armed robbery. A second interview follows.
We just fill out the forms, but couldn't do that every time. Before we go on to the second matter, is there anything further you wish to say in relation to that? I mean, did you want
I just wish to tell you what happened in the statement. I said in the statement everything's true.
Just before we go on to the second matter, is there anything else?
Did you want to say why you did it?
I got in some money difficulties. I didn't want to ask my husband for more money. And I just wanted to find a quick and easy way to get out of them. I needed some money to spend on my daughter and buy her nice things, and I wanted to be able to not have to go to my husband and ask for the money.
Right, Helen. The second matter which we're going to discuss and ask you about is the drugs which were taken from your address.
Yes.
A drug substance which appeared to be...
Grass.
You call it grass. Where did you get the drugs from?
I got them from a man in a pub.
Are you answering like that because you're trying to protect your family?
Yes. I got it from a man in a pub, but I can't tell you what pub or what the man is, because that endangers my daughter. Or his name, because that endangers my daughter and my husband.
Come in. You want tea, Helen?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You got it from a man in a pub.
Just the lady want tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no sugar there.
No sugar.
Is that all right?
No, I don't take sugar.
Okay.
Thanks, babe. So it's not true you got it from a man in a pub. It is true.
Our estimation of the value of those drugs is in the region of £16,000 to £20,000. How much did you pay for them?
I paid £5,000 for them. I was told I could make £500 to £1,000 on them. I owe...
Wait a minute.
Why? Could make 500.
Yes, £500 to £1,000.
Profit. So you say?
Yeah, well, once you've paid for them, then it's £1,000 profit.
Where did you get the money from? £5,000?
I owe them money. I haven't paid over all the money. I asked my husband for £1,000 out our bank account. I told him it was for a car, and I borrowed money on my Barclay card.
When you say you borrowed money on the Barclay card, you didn't give him the Barclay card, you're saying you got cash on it, did you?
I drew cash on my Barclay card. They don't take Barclay cards. I did ask, did they take a cheque? But they didn't.
Which added up to something over £3,000.
It added over to £3,000. I do buy and sell cars, so my husband has been asked before to draw out money and therefore was not suspicious when I did draw out money.
I know that your husband is a chief clerk in a bank.
Yes.
Quite obviously a man of intelligence.
Not where I'm concerned. He loves me, and therefore he doesn't question me. He loves me, he doesn't know anything about it.
If you've been involved in armed robbery, dealing in drugs, buying and selling cars...
All legitimate cars.
Buying and selling...
Cattle.
Pigs. And pigs... Are you telling me that you've made no money out of any of those legitimate and...
I've lost money on them all. I've lost £1,000 on the cars.
The truth, Helen, why did you risk their lives for a few £1,000s?
I didn't think there was a risk. I was told it was simple.
You mean the risk of detection? I'm saying the risk...
The risk of being caught or risk of being found out was... There wasn't a risk, I was told.
Risk of detection. Sorry, you said?
Risk of detection or being found out, there was none. I wasn't risking my family, I thought.
Right, is there anything else you want to say?
The risk's too great to my family.
What will happen now, Helen, is those packages will be submitted to the police laboratory for analysis.
You should find what they said they are, just ordinary grass.
You mean cannabis?
No, grass, they said it is.
Well, that's what the street name is.
Oh.
Will be submitted to the police laboratory for analysis. After which facts will be submitted to the Crown Prosecution Service. Do you want to ask me any questions, Helen? Or do you fully understand?
I fully understand what I'm being charged with.
I felt that, yes, she turned it on when it suited her, from the point of view that when it got to the point where an answer became difficult for her to truthfully say why she did things, and it appeared good for the reaction of people present. This is the time I should cry. She seemed to do that. I mean, she's been up since early hours of this morning, I suppose. She's had a hectic day, but nevertheless she's carried it through quite strongly, and to the point of an awkward question, and she broke down and cried. So I think some of it was preempted, but some of it obviously was true. I mean, her tears were not of sorrow, probably of the fact she's been caught.
Charges that on the 22nd of June 1987, at the sub-post office at 2 Tile Farm Road, Orpington, Kent, you robbed Mr. D.C. Patel of £200 cash, which is contrary to Section 8 of the Theft Act 1968. It's charged at 7:49.
On the 15th of March 1988, at the Central Criminal Court, Helen Wendella pleaded guilty to charges of armed robbery, possession of drugs, possession of a revolver, and theft of a motor vehicle. She was sentenced to 5 years' imprisonment. She is at present in East Sutton Park Prison, Maidstone.